The Hantavirus Attack. A story for English learners. Part 1. The sound inside the wall. Have you ever heard a strange sound at night and ignored it? Maybe a scratching sound behind a wall. Maybe something moving in the kitchen. Maybe a small warning from life itself. Most people ignore small warnings. And that is exactly how this story begins. The world was already tired. People were stressed, busy, and always running after money, success, and online fame. Nobody had time to rest. Nobody had time to sit quietly with family. Life had become fast, too fast, but then something unexpected happened. Not a war. Not a huge earthquake. Not a giant storm. It started with rats. Tiny creatures running silently through dirty streets, old buildings, garbage piles, and forgotten storage rooms. At first, nobody cared. People laughed about it. Some even made jokes online. But after a few weeks, hospitals started filling up. Healthy people suddenly became sick. They had high fever, body pain, breathing problems, and extreme weakness. Some people collapsed while walking. Others could not breathe properly at night. Fear slowly entered every city. Doctors finally discovered the reason. Hantavirus. And today's story is not just about a virus. It is about fear, loneliness, family, mistakes, survival, and the lessons human beings learn when life suddenly changes. So listen carefully till the end. Because this story may change the way you think about health, relationships, and even your daily life. And while listening, you will also improve your English in a simple and easy way. This is the story of a young man named Rayhan. Rayhan was 26 years old and lived with his mother in a small apartment near a crowded market area. His father had died many years ago, so Rayhan worked very hard to support his family. Every morning, he woke up tired. Every night, he returned home tired. His life was simple but stressful. Work, phone, food, sleep, repeat. His mother often said, "Beta, slow down a little. Life is not running away." But Rayhan always smiled and answered, "Ma, this is modern life. Nobody has time anymore." He believed success was everything. One rainy evening, while eating dinner, Rayhan heard scratching sounds inside the kitchen wall. "Again these rats," his mother said nervously. "We should clean the storage room tomorrow." But tomorrow never came. Days passed. The sound continued every night. And slowly, danger entered their home without anyone noticing. Part 2. Fear enters the city. A few days later, strange news spread across the neighborhood. An old shopkeeper nearby became seriously sick. Then a delivery worker from the next street also fell ill. Soon, more people started showing the same symptoms. High fever, coughing, breathing trouble. The local hospital became crowded. People started wearing masks again. Social media became full of fear and rumors. Some people said the virus spread through air. Others blamed food, water, or even pets. Nobody knew the full truth. One evening, Rayhan returned home from work and found his mother sitting quietly near the window. She looked weak. "Ma, are you okay?" he asked. "I feel tired today," she whispered. Rayhan touched her forehead. She had a fever. At first, he thought it was normal flu. He gave her medicine and told her to rest. But the next morning, her condition became worse. She was coughing badly and struggling to breathe. Fear hit Rayhan's heart for the first time. He rushed her to the hospital. Outside the hospital, people were crying. Ambulances arrived every few minutes. Doctors looked exhausted. Nurses moved quickly from one patient to another. After hours of waiting, a doctor finally spoke to Rayhan. "We believe your mother may have hantavirus." The world suddenly became silent around him. The doctor explained carefully. Hantavirus spreads mainly through contact with infected rat urine, saliva, or droppings. Dirty areas and closed rooms increase the danger. At that moment, Rayhan remembered the old storage room in their apartment. Dust everywhere. Rat sounds every night. Garbage bags left for days. He felt guilt rising inside him. That night, he sat beside his mother's hospital bed without speaking. For the first time in years, he stopped checking his phone every few minutes. Nothing online mattered anymore. Money did not matter. Followers did not matter. Work pressure did not matter. Only one thing mattered. His mother. Part 3. The world changes. Days passed slowly. The city outside was changing. Schools closed. Offices became empty. Public places became silent. People stopped shaking hands. Fear lived in every home. But something unexpected also happened during the crisis. People started becoming kinder. Neighbors who never spoke before now helped each other. Young people cleaned dirty streets together. Families shared food with sick neighbors. Volunteers delivered medicine to old people living alone. The virus brought fear, but it also brought humanity back. Inside the hospital, Rayhan saw many emotional moments. A rich businessman crying beside his sick wife. A nurse working for 20 hours without rest. A small boy praying for his father. The virus did not care about money or status. It reminded everyone that humans are fragile. One evening, Rayhan's mother slowly opened her eyes. "You should go home and rest," she said weakly. "I'm not leaving you," Rayhan replied. His mother smiled softly. "When you were small, you had fever one night. I stayed awake beside you till morning." Tears filled Rayhan's eyes. He suddenly realized how much love his mother had given him all his life, without asking for anything in return. But he had been too busy to notice. That night changed him forever. Meanwhile, the government started warning people about hygiene and cleanliness. Experts explained how important it was to keep homes clean, store food safely, and remove garbage properly. People finally understood that small careless habits could create huge disasters. Rayhan began thinking deeply about modern life. Humans were building bigger cities, faster technology, and expensive lifestyles, but forgetting basic things like health, clean surroundings, rest, and emotional connection. The hantavirus attack became more than a disease. It became a wake-up call. Part 4. A new way of living. After 2 difficult weeks, Rayhan's mother slowly started recovering. The day the doctor said, "She is getting better," Rayhan almost cried with relief. When they finally returned home, everything looked different to him. The same walls. The same rooms. The same kitchen. But his eyes had changed. He cleaned the entire apartment carefully. He threw away old garbage, sealed broken corners, and removed dirty boxes from the storage room. Soon, he started helping neighbors too. Every morning, people from the building cleaned the area together. Children learned about hygiene. Families spent more time together instead of staring at screens all day. Life became slower, but warmer. One evening, while drinking tea with his mother, Rayhan said quietly, "Ma, I think I forgot how to live." His mother looked at him gently. "No," she smiled. "You were just sleeping with open eyes." Those words stayed inside his heart. Rayhan also changed his daily habits. He stopped working endlessly without rest. He started eating healthier food. He walked outside in fresh air every morning. He spent less time online and more time talking to real people. And slowly, he felt alive again. The crisis taught him something powerful. A successful life is not only about earning money. A meaningful life is about balance, health, family, clean surroundings, peace of mind, human connection. These things matter more than people realize. Months later, the number of hantavirus cases slowly decreased. The city started recovering. Markets reopened. Children returned to school, but the people were no longer the same. They had seen fear closely. And fear had taught them important lessons. Part 5. The lesson we must never forget. One evening, Rayhan stood on the rooftop watching the sunset over the city. Fresh air moved gently across the buildings. Children laughed in clean streets below. For the first time in many years, the city felt calm. His friend Arjun stood beside him and asked, "Do you think people will forget everything that happened?" Rayhan stayed silent for a moment. Then he answered softly, "Humans forget pain quickly. But I hope they remember the lesson." "What lesson?" Rayhan looked toward the sky. "That life is fragile, and every small action matters. A little carelessness can spread danger. But a little kindness can save someone's life. A clean room matters. Healthy habits matter. Family conversations matter. Rest matters. Love matters." Sometimes people think big changes come from big actions. But often, life changes because of small daily choices. The hantavirus attack of 2026 taught people something modern life had almost erased. Human beings need each other. Not just online. Not through screens. But in real life. People need care. People need time together. People need compassion. And maybe that is why this story matters today. Not to make you afraid, but to wake you up before life forces you to stop and learn the hard way. So my dear listener, while hearing this story, maybe you also thought about your own life. Are you taking care of your health? Are you spending enough time with your family? Are you living carefully or simply rushing through life every day? Sometimes danger enters quietly. Not with loud noise. Not with warning signs. Sometimes it enters through the small ignored corners of our lives. And that is why awareness matters. This story teaches us to live differently. To live cleaner. To live slower. To live kinder. To live more consciously. But most importantly, it teaches us to value the people we love before it becomes too late. Thank you so much for listening to this emotional story till the end. I hope you enjoyed improving your English through simple storytelling, and I also hope this story touched your heart in some way. If you learned something valuable today, then please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this story with someone you care about. Your support helps this channel continue creating simple and meaningful English stories for learners around the world. Keep learning English every day. Keep improving yourself slowly. And never forget to take care of your health, your home, and your loved ones. See you again in the next beautiful story.